Hello everyone, welcome back to coverage of Grand Prix Khembul. I'm Caillou, and today we're going to be watching the round 2 match between Froggy or Piper, who's going to be playing MonoBlack Villainy, which is, like the name says, a MonoBlack control deck centered around the titular 3-mana enchantment. So, you have some of the best removal in the format, as well as some scary suite of threats, one of which is Nyama the Survivor, and hey, plays a turn 1 Dark Bargain, draws into the titular Villainy. So if this resolves, it's off to the races for Froggy. But unfortunately, their opponent, HerziQuerzi, is also playing a control deck. Is playing Grixis Control. Herzi has can go turn 1 Ice Path. You probably want to go turn 1 Ice Path on red. And then you have Dubious Path turn 2 Transcendent Effigy. And then turn 3... The problem is the Sentinel's Denial, which you would ideally use to counter the Villainy, won't be able to use that because Herzi's on the draw. And in fact, Herzi's actually playing a turn 1 Dubious Path to get out the Transcendent Effigy. Interesting. So yeah, Froggy's just going to play a land, play Nyama the Survivor, and because Darkhand Enterprises enters the battlefield tap unless you control 2 or more basic swamps, can just swoop in and play Villainy next turn. And Herzi doesn't have an answer to it, and that might just carry the entire game, honestly. Because, again... play Villainy, you crack Dark Bargain, get another card. You have Fell the Mighty to be able to kill an Endless Paper Trail or just the Transcendent Effigy, honestly, and then get a Villainy trigger to draw a card. So, definitely going to be an uphill battle for Herzi, especially because that's only Froggy's hand right now. And Froggy can just, because it's a control matchup, can just sink life into Nima and draw more cards. Draws another Nima, which is not really where you want to be, but if Herzi destroys it, we'll have a backup. And yeah, Herzi has no answers to this on-curve Villainy and swings in with Nima. Only really gets in for 1 because Transcendent Effigy gains 1 life, but still kind of a problem nonetheless in the long run. See, now Herzi has Sentinel's Denial up. With double Fell, okay, he's going to crack the Dark Bargain first, makes sense, drawing into another card. I honestly think that you just swing in with Nima, pass, you have Fell the Mighty on end step to be able to, on Herzi's end step to kill something. Okay, so it looks like Froggy missed their Nima trigger at the start of their upkeep, so we're going to have a quick judge call. I believe it's a missed detrimental trigger, so Herzi gets to choose, or missed beneficial trigger, so Herzi gets to choose whether it goes on the stack. But also, I'm not a judge, that's why we have these judge calls. Okay, so Herzi gives Froggy the trigger, and then on end, Herzi's going to gain another life after. So Nima's just poking in for 1. So the problem is Froggy's right now dying faster to their Nima than they are killing Herzi. Of course, as soon as they start getting Villainy triggers, that stops being true. They do actually need to be able to start doing that by Fell the Mightying. So yeah, on end here, I think if you're Froggy, you just try to kill a Transcendent Effigy. No! Wow, Froggy's just going to pass. Gets a Suffer Vile Retribution and a Feast of the Crows. Feast of the Crows pretty bad in a control matchup. Suffer Vile Retribution, not as. So I was just going to cast that. And then Villainy trigger poking at Herzi. Again, all of a sudden, Froggy's got an actual clock here. And 3 mana up for Fell the Mighty to be able to kill an end step Endless Paper Trail. If that ends up coming up. So he just swings in with Nima, and all of a sudden Herzi has a lower life total. Also, Trezak top deck is pretty hype for Froggy. Yeah, okay. Before Herzi untaps, should definitely just Fell the Mighty here. No, don't let Herzi untap. If Froggy lets Herzi untap with this, it's actually a huge mistake. Yeah, I think that was actually a huge mistake right there. Because you just kill it on Herzi's end step, and then if Herzi untap, because now Herzi, unless you try to kill it at start of combat, but then Herzi just plays a Sentinel's Denial probably to counter it. So yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about this. So yeah, should have just done this Fell the Mighty on end. There's really no reason to let Herzi untap here. I mean, I guess the thing is, I can get Herzi to tap out here, but then Herzi was already tapped out. You could have killed the Endless Paper Trail without giving them an extra clue, potentially. So yeah, Herzi's going to force the issue, is going to throw out Sentinel's Denial to just counter it. So Herzi will get the clue and poke Froggy for 6. 4 with Endless Paper Trail, and then Froggy takes 2 from Nima, so still gets the Villainy trigger. I guess a reason that Froggy could have done that is because they already got a Villainy trigger from killing the Transcendent Effigy, but I think that's still a little greedy. Okay, so they draw Feast of the Crows and a Swamp. Getting kind of low on life with Herzi mostly tapped out. Just play the Feldamighty, honestly. Yeah, he's just going to play the Feldamighty. Endless Paper Trail is going to die this time. Herzi takes 2, draw 2, and then... Oh my god, it's Trezak's all the way down. And Froggy's not going to attack with Nima? That actually feels like a huge punt. Why not just attack with Nima? Yeah, like really felt like Froggy should have just attacked with Nima there. Otherwise, because there's a race, and like right now it's honestly just a race of life totals, which Herzi might win given that they have the Endless Paper Trail here. And a second Villainy though. That is huge. That is actually so huge. So Froggy's just gonna windmill slam that. In response, Herzi is gonna crack the clue to try and find a Sentinel's Denial. Or Sentinel's Denial? I don't know what they're trying to find. And Herzi's just saying GG to that. Fair enough. Yeah, this was a matchup honestly determined in the die roll, which is hilarious because it was actually a 20-1 die roll. But if Herzi had been able to counter the Villainy, matchup would have gone very different. As it stood, Herzi was on the back foot the entire game. Okay, going into game 2, looks like Herzi's brought the negates out the side. Both players just keeping. Herzi will be able to have this negate up in time for the Seal and Blood. Not going to play the turn 1 Dark Bargain. I guess doesn't want to lose 4 life right there. But Piper's just going to play a turn 1 Dark Bargain. Also drew a Villainy off their normal draw step. So if Herzi negates the Seal and Blood, which they have to not lose the negate, then Piper can just slam a turn 3 Villainy. And then this matchup becomes very difficult. So yeah, Piper's just going to run out the Seal and Blood. And Herzi really doesn't have an option here. Like, I think you just have to take your beatings. And another interesting thing about this matchup is that Herzi had to keep in stuff like the Crucify to kill Nima, to kill Kola Suffervile, to kill a 5 counter, Trezak, all in all. I think if you're Herzi, you just negate this to stop Piper from having hand information. Like, are you going to hope that Piper makes the wrong decision and doesn't take your negate? Because Piper's 100% going to take... Oh, Herzi's going to reveal. Holy crap. But yeah, I mean, if I'm Piper, I just windmill slam, yoink the negate. Next turn play, Dark Hand Enterprises or Swamp, try to slam Villainy. And Herzi just gave up a bunch of hand information for I don't know what. But Herzi with the top deck Sentinel's Denial, that's actually insane. Oh, that's so lucky for Herzi. Oh my god, but the luck sacking goes back and forth with Piper top decking another Villainy in their top 10? Like, usually the problem with Villainy is that you don't... I mean, Dark Bargain definitely plays a small part in that, but it has only drawn 1 card off of it. So, like, I don't know if it's the same thing. But yeah, like, usually the thing with Villainy is that it's really strong if you can get it on curve underneath all of the rest of your interaction. But, like, the chances of that happening are sometimes slim. But, like, man... Okay, Herzi with the shifting layer on top. Interesting that Herzi kept the shifting layer on top off the Surveil. I mean, yeah, this feels like such a tempo loss because you can't have Endless Paper Trail up. This is gonna pay 1 Dark Bargain presumably, yeah. Oh my god, and draws into a negate. Oh, that's actually insane. Herzi is having pretty damn good luck here to counter Froggy's pretty damn good luck of their own. Only way that it could have gotten even more insane for Piper is top decking another Villainy. But yeah, it's going to throw out a Villainy. This one's going to get negated. Herzi is going to have to lose some more life to the Luxurious Estate, though, if they want to have Endless Paper Trail up. Unless they top deck another land. So, well, it does top deck another land, but it does enter tapped. So that's not really what Herzi needs right now. And the problem is Piper's in still a pretty good position. Like, Dark Hand Enterprises means that they win the long game with if they hit any creature. And they can honestly just Thin the Veil next turn for a Nima, which I don't even think is that bad. Like, Thin the Veil for 2 types into Nima just kind of works. Okay, so it's going to on-end crack Dark Bargain. Hits Hugo the Mastermind. Interesting. I mean, you can Duress first and then not Hugo, but then... I mean, actually, yeah, because Herzi played Luxurious Estate tap, so won't be able to untap and... actually be able to poke Hugo. So yeah, I feel like Piper just taps out for Hugo here and Herzi loses? Like, straight up? Yeah, Herzi just has to let this resolve. And yep, pluses up to 6. If you're Herzi, you probably reveal Crucify Decadent Halls, and then, yeah, and then Piper just takes the Crucify. You could take the Decadent Halls to stop mana production, but I don't think that's as, yeah, just going to take the Crucify. The interesting part about taking Crucify, oh no, I was about to say, Eldry has negate, Sentinel's not what I'm saying. I was going to say that the Crucify might add another type, but neither card adds another type to Graveyard for Thin the Veil, if Herzi top decks that. Yikes. So notably, Piper doesn't have any instant speed removal, so Herzi will be able to get in at least one attack with Endless Paper Trail next turn. So, on end, paying 3. Oh, never mind, I forgot Shifting Layer makes 2 mana. I completely forgot it's a bounce land, so I actually just placed this Endless Paper Trail this turn. So I've been completely misevaluating the situation because I forgot that we have bounce lands in this format. Herzi draws another land. Ugh, not great. Has to try to start attacking now the Hugo. I guess can just tap the estate for black, and then draw into try to draw into removal for Hugo with the Dark Bargain. We're just gonna put one colorless in. That's actually interesting. I guess that indicates that Herzi wants to crack the clue, or at least I guess pump it into Transcendent Effigy right now. Grasp at Frail Dreams. Okay. The thing is, if Herzi, so I guess Herzi's gonna go into Grasp at Frail Dreams right here. Does add another 2 types to Grave, so now has 5 types for Thin the Veil, which is pretty notable because I think that hits Solara, which is the deck's real top end. So it's grabbing a Transcendent Effigy, and putting Grasp at Frail Dreams and Sufferval Retribution into Grave. Interesting. I feel like you just and Herzi didn't play a land last turn. I think that's a mistake because you really want to get your land plays in to be able to coalesce these in the late game. And also putting Grasp at Frail Dreams in Grave also feels kind of troll, instead of just keeping it up as another way to dig for answers. Takes up Hugo, revealing 2 lands. I guess it was the keep 2 lands in hand play was to trick Piper into +1ing Hugo. So, I mean, it's not going to end up mattering here because it just plays Conspicuous Homicide, killing Endless Paper Trail. He gets another clue. And now, interesting, is not going to Thin the Veil for anything. On end, just going to gain a life. Herzi, what is Herzi going to draw into? A 3rd Grasp at Frail Dreams. Okay. So Herzi has 5 mana right now. Going to tap the Shifting Layer to Grasp at Frail Dreams again. A Burning Dawn does kill Hugo Darkhand, so if Herzi top decks one of those. So I guess put a Crucify and a Narwa Whalebrown Drain to Grave, Luxury District grabbed, but ticks up Hugo, I guess just to get it to 4 loyalty so it doesn't die if -3s. Yeah. Herzi now has 6 mana, so with 1 more mana we'll be able to start coalescing these bad boys, and that actually really puts Herzi back into the game. So Piper needs some way to exile Graveyard right here. Like, I think if you're Piper, you have to play Thin the Veil finding something. Like, you need to start putting... Because Herzi's just going to, on end step, draw 2... I mean, this is just bad. Just Thin the Veil, you can honestly just Thin the Veil to, like, tutor up Villainy and then play it next turn. Like, I think Piper's forgetting that Thin the Veil has the Diabolic Tutor mode. So, yeah, because this is giving Herzi way too much space. Herzi draws in 2 cards with the clue. Thin the Veil, Sentinel's Denial. Thin the Veil gets Herzi to Solara. So then you Solara -4, kill everything. Luxurious Estate also allows for coalescing, so there's that line, but you don't really want to coalesce with Hugo Darkhand on the battlefield. But yeah, I think Froggy might just be losing this game due to like hesitation on pulling the trigger on this Thin the Veil. Because like at this point, it definitely should have like at least played it, tutored up something, and then could have already played like a Villainy through counter magic. So it looks like Herzi is thinking about what to do. Though at this point, just Windmill Slam to Thin the Veil, find Solara, wipe the board. Yeah, okay, it's casting the Thin the Veil. See up, Thin the Veil coming down. Froggy obviously has to resolve.
3,
this
4,
is the problem.
5, 6 types in graveyard.
Your permission so Solara is going to be the pick here. If your opponent just top decks it on
just
insta
-4
with a draw spell, not much you can do. Okay, so Solara going to come down, -X as she does, -4 specifically to kill Hugo, and the rest sticks around. So, the effigies die, but Solara sticks around as a win con. And, like, I think the answer is really just Thin the Veil for Villainy. Now that Hugo's in grave, you have 3 types. Um, Thin the Veil for Villainy, and then just play, as like oh should, but like if her, I think the problem is, still Hersey still has Sentinel's Denial up to counter the Thin. Oh, Froggy playing the Duress first. Okay, that's so smart. With 1 card in hand, I don't know if I would have done that. Uh, but Froggy does. Yeah, Hersey's just gonna cast Sentinel's Denial in response because, um, either way, this way if Froggy chooses not to pay the 4, you get at least the Surveil 2. So yeah, Froggy, and obviously Froggy isn't going to pay the 4 because they have Thin the Veil into, you probably just play like Seal and Blood, and then you get the ping on Solara, so Hersey doesn't get to keep around a win con. So yep, Thin the Veil coming down, and yep, here comes Villainy. Copy number 3, and is immediately going to run out. Oh, he's going to run the Suffer first instead of the hand attack. Interesting. So Suffer Vault Retribution going into grave to kill the Solara. Okay, so Hersey's just going to coalesce the Grasp at Frail Dreams, grabbing another Grasp at Frail Dreams, binning Suffer Vault Retribution, some other stuff. Has Burning Dawn as another win con as well. Seal and Blood coming down. No matter which one is discarded, he's going to take the Burning. I actually think that you take the Grasp at Frail Dreams here so that Hersey can't dig as far for a potential answer. Then Suffer Vault Retribution. Hersey, Froggy might just be able to win off of, Villainy triggers to face, especially since these Coalesce cards are creatures, and Hersey is going to call a judge presumably because Grasp at Frail Dreams, to check if Grasp at Frail Dreams, being exiled when it leaves the battlefield, would trigger Villaony's first thing because it just says dies. I think it dies, and then when it goes to leave the battlefield, it becomes exiled, but then best to check and call a judge. Interesting. So judge ruling is actually that Coalesce creatures never hit the grave, so it doesn't proc the dice trigger. So Froggy doesn't actually draw a card, which is actually huge because not getting the Hugo is really big there. Still has 7 mana here, still has 7 mana here to be able to coalesce Suffer Vault Retribution, which I think will just be like a back and forth coalesce. Piper coalesces it, deals 2 damage to Hersey. Hersey coalesces their own Suffer Vault Retribution. Then Piper coalesces their Suffer Vault Retribution, and so on and so forth. Piper also has Seal and Bloods, but those invoke and don't, because Coalesce actually casts. Invoke is just an ability from grave. But yeah, this is going to be a real grindy match, which I think again is going to be determined by just Villainy face burn, since I don't think Hersey has a good life gain other than the Transcendent Effigies. Hersey hitting another Coalesce spell, as you do. I think Hersey should probably just coalesce Grasp at Frail Dreams. Yeah, it's going to coalesce another Grasp at Frail Dreams from grave. And yeah, I think this game is going to end on a very silly back and forth coalesce unless Hersey hits something genuinely remarkable here. No, just Ice Path, milds another Suffer Vault Retribution in a land. And yeah, I think unless Piper draws something exceptional, they just untap. Oh my god, okay, wait, another Villainy is exceptional. Yeah, I think you just play the second Villainy. Oh yeah, you definitely place her. Yeah, just plays the second Villainy. And then Hersey is dead in 2 spells. What is Hersey's out? I think Hersey's out is try to kill Froggy, but like, how do you kill Froggy? Okay, so going to Hersey's turn, Hersey swinging in with the Grasp at Frail Dreams after drawing a Ghastly Spirit. If Hersey plays the Ghastly Spirit, what do they have in grave? Do they Ghastly Spirit get back a Transcendent Effigy? That does not get there. I'm trying to... Ghastly Spirit has 8 mana, so can Ghastly Spirit get basically anything in their deck with Thin the Veil, but is going to get Suffer Vault Retribution. Okay. I think this is Hersey basically just admitting that they don't have a win con. Like, they don't have anything to get them out of the situation, so they're just going to play dumb beaters and hope. But, like, Froggy has the cards in grave is the thing. Yeah, okay, so you coalesce Suffer Vault Retribution, and then you shoot Hersey for 4 in the face, because why not? No, don't shoot the Grasp at Frail Dreams. The board presence doesn't matter. Hersey dies next turn if you just shoot them in the face. Oh, why? Just read. Hersey has 5 life. Hersey has 5 life. You have a black spell in hand. I don't think it'll meaningfully change the outcome of this game because I don't think Hersey has an out. But like, yeah, I don't think that was the move. So now we're going to see the silly back and forth suffers, except Herzi's suffers don't come with like what do you call it? A war leader's helix, essentially. But yeah, coalesce is a silly mechanic, and suffer this. What is the flavor of this? Like Mom said, it's my turn on the demon. Okay, so yeah, you just coalesce Sufferval Retribution and shoot face. Yep, Sufferval Retribution coming out. Bing bang boom, Herzi's down to 1 life. And there's a black non-creature spell in hand. None in grave, which is where this is the interesting part. If Herzi has hand attack of some sort, could actually mitigate this. And Herzi saying GG, yeah, realizing that can't kill Froggy before a single black non-creature spell kills them. So after an insanely grindy game, I think that was a 2-0 for Froggy, and Villainy just being able to stabilize while also shooting face, like being effectively burn against a control deck that has little life gain, was so effective. And both decks just had the coalesce creatures in the long game, and when your coalesce comes attached to a removal spell, it turns into a back and forth fest real quick. But yeah, good games to both players, and it'll be interesting to see which control decks hit top X, since we already have 2 other Villainy decks that are 2-0 and going into the 3rd round. But yeah, until then, this is going to be Caillou signing off.